From talent shows in India to bizarre Brazilian comedies to the news in the Middle East. Everybody loves television, especially me. I'm Daisy, a self-confessed TV addict. I'm going on the trip of a lifetime to experience some of the biggest, maddest, and most controversial shows on the planet.
Basically, that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I've got a theory that television is the window into the soul of a nation. But just watching TV isn't enough. To get right to the heart of it, I need to take part.
I'm gonna look such a knob.
I did it! Tonight, I'm in Brazil, hosts of the next World Cup and the Olympics, and one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Television here relishes the theatre of the extreme. From the body beautiful to this.
Don't tell me that's a body today.
So, what can I learn about Brazil from its television? My God, this is not for the faint-hearted, this country. I've just touched down in São Paulo, the biggest city in Brazil and its television capital. It's almost dinner time, and whilst we're watching curry, Brazilians are watching shows like this. Telenovelas with their melodramatic plots and histrionic acting are Brazil's most famous TV export. In this scene, there's a man in the bath and a woman with a hairdryer. What could possibly go wrong? When the characters aren't murdering each other, they tend to be slapping each other. A lot. With regular audiences of more than 50 million, telenovelas dominate the schedules here. But every country in the world loves its soaps. I want to find television that's particular to Brazil. So I head out onto the streets of São Paulo.
Excuse me, can I get a beer?
What?
A beer?
Beer?
Yeah.
Big, small?
Small, yes, thanks.
And bingo. Before I even get my drink, I'm exposed to a spectacular feast of the flesh. Blaring out across the bar, it seems a plastic surgeon is deconstructing the perfect arse, complete with unforgiving close-ups.
Provinha, regra número 2. A posição do bumbum com a relação do resto do esqueleto, ok?
Certo.
Então, você pega a mãozinha dela, primeiro osso metacarpal, a cabeça do osso metacarpal, no bumbum perfeito, cai exatamente nessa linha chamada infragluteal.
Explain to me what this is.
On an annual basis, they do like this type of contest to choose what is the best Brazilian bottom.
It's a contest to choose the best Brazilian bottom.
Yeah.
Just the bottom. What does it take to have a good bottom?
The shape. What's no spots,
No spots. So would you sit and watch this with your wife?
Yes. No problem.
No problem. Would it be like that in England?
I mean, would they have bottoms like this in England? Probably not.
100% no.
100% no. Well.
It turns out I've arrived in Brazil in the final week of reality show Miss Bum Bum, or as they say here, Miss Boom Boom. It's a competition airing on their equivalent of Sky One to find the nation's best arse. Girls from every walk of life have entered, and the public vote has whittled them down to their favourite 15 finalists. Each week, the contestants have to demonstrate a wide range of skills, from surviving in the jungle to surfing on sand. The buzz around the show has now reached fever pitch, with the final only days away. I've been invited to prank a Miss Boom Boom contestant by one of Brazil's biggest entertainment shows, Domingo Legal. With up to 20 million viewers, they're impressively cavalier about allowing me to be involved. At a Sao Paulo beauty parlour, I'm met by the show's producer, who fills me in on my role.
So what we do here is a prank.
Prank? Just pegadinho.
Yes, pegadinha. And so we're going to bring the girl here, pretending that here we are going to shoot a commercial about a new product.
For the bum.
Yeah. You're going to be the owner of this product, who just got here from London.
Yeah.
So speaking English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next door, my fellow pranker, Carolina, is being made up to have a blistered and burnt bum, supposedly the result of my wonder cream.
And the final of Miss Bum Bum is on Friday.
Exactly.
So this girl is going to freak out, we hope.
Exactly. That's what we expect.
Am I allowed to ask her if her bum is real? Is it a normal question to ask in Brazil?
So many people do it.
Okay, here's how to say it, okay? Is your bum is so naturally beautiful, is it all yours? Go.
Ela está perguntando se o bumbum é tão bonito naturalmente, mas é todo seu, é natural?
É natural, ele não.
Naturale.
O meu é natural.
Say hers is natural.
That is impressive. I've never seen such a good natural bum that stays upright.
Ela está impressionada.
I mean, I don't know what bums I've seen, but
Quer dizer, ela nunca vê.
like on the beach, it's normally
Na praia, normalmente
hang down the side.
Caia.
Catch it hanging off. It's very impressive. Please tell me she's 21. Yes.
Qual a sua idade, se você não possa perguntar?
22, 22, not far off. And breathe again. As a woman, I'd like to say that we don't shoot her right up. Because I just turned and I looked up the Swanee, as it were, so let's...
The director will be in another room controlling operations, but first he arranges us for his opening shot.
Daqui a pouquinho, a Laura vai
I am the owner of the cream, this is my translator, he owns the salon, and she is the fake model.
E nós vamos aí.
Our victim is spirited 23-year-old Laura Keller.
Nossa bunda é bonita e as pessoas querem ver nossa bunda, por que a gente não vai mostrar nossa bunda?
Laura's not just a pretty bottom. As well as having one that measures 103 centimetres, she's also got a degree in sports science.
Ai, fala que é feia, que sei lá, pode inventar, ai, tem Photoshop, enfim. Pode falar de mim fisicamente, meu, mas vai chamar de burra.
We get word through our earpieces that unsuspecting Laura is in the building. This is it. She's coming.
Bom, como é que você tá? Tudo bem, Laura? Seja bem-vinda. Obrigada. Eu te apresentar Miss Daisy.
Hello, how do you do? How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you.
Tudo bom? E tadinha aí, tá boa, né? Descansar um pouquinho.
Bem confortável.
Posso tirar um salto?
Claro, lógico. Fica à vontade. Tá bacana, hein? Tá bem bacana.
Ah, eu tô me preparando, né, pro concurso agora.
Eu tô sabendo,
final do Miss
menina.
Bumbum.
Quanto é isso?
Na Inglaterra é muito bem sucedido. As pessoas que têm bumbum grande normalmente usam, mas depois vira bumbum pequeno.
Com a ação do produto
Exatamente.
Ah, mas vai diminuir bumbum? Não quero diminuir bumbum.
No, she wants to keep hers big.
Sometimes
Right?
she wants her bumbum to remain big.
The director gives me the nod via my translator to slowly start being rude about her bum.
Is it okay for me to talk through your bottom? I mean, is it okay for me to discuss your bottom? I think your buttocks, although round, don't have quite the same pertness as the lady there. It's very flacido.
É bunda? Ah, não, mas eu tô malhei, treinei, né?
I can see, but as an expert and seeing a lot of bottoms, I think it needs to just sort of tighten.
Ela sabe que o nome dela é o nome de uma torta aqui no Brasil, Miss Daisy.
Do you know that your name is the name of a pie in Brazil, Miss Daisy?
That's very opposite, tell her. I should be a pie.
Tem um contraditório, quer vender creme pra tirar gordura.
Yes, I suppose in Brazil that's something to think about.
Valid riposte. Suddenly, our actress is given the cue for her Oscar-winning Burning Bum performance.
Tá com dor, gata?
It's really hurting apparently now. It's really quite painful.
Tell her to shut her eyes and imagine she's on a beach.
Tá comichando, parece que tá beliscando assim por dentro, sei lá, fervendo.
Feels
Ai,
like something's
demais,
boiling.
é demais, tá dando muito. Muito
It really
ardendo.
hurts.
Suporta, meu
No,
bem.
she's being a drama
É a
queen.
aplicação do creme.
Ela acha que tá reclamando demais.
Não é pra levantar, meu bem. O que é isso? Eu que pergunto, o que é isso?
Well, that's not my problem.
For Laura, who's got a lot riding on her ass, it's a disaster. The final is just 2 days away.
That is nothing to do with the cream that I brought.
Isso nunca aconteceu.
Tá doendo muito.
Pra você se acalmar.
Gente, por favor, gente. Tira pra mim, água.
In desperation, Laura starts pleading.
Quando se passa...
Please.
Calma, querida.
Please.
Quando se passa um creme...
And then takes more direct action.
Tira! Não dá pra tirar.
It's a very dangerous move to put the water on. It will burn more.
Now it gets into racial abuse.
Primeiro que inglês não entende bumbum. Brasileiro sim, a gente sabe o que é bom pro nosso bumbum.
And threats of legal action.
Vai o quê? Você tá me ameaçando?
She says it's not me.
Você sabe o quê? Tá, eu já tiro pra você.
It's working.
Aqui. Eu só preciso que você venha.
It's working.
Tá? Você sabe o que tá acontecendo aqui? Você sabe?
Uma palhaçada, porque olha como é que a menina tá.
Não, não é. Porque você acabou de cair no telegrama legal do Domingo Legal. Ei!
This might be a prank, but to Laura, it's not a game. Because in Brazil, the boom boom can take you places.
Aqui no Brasil, a gente, para entrar na mídia, trabalhar com a televisão, muitas vezes a gente tem que entrar, digamos, pelas portas dos fundos. A gente tem que primeiro mostrar a nossa beleza, para depois mostrar para que a gente veio de verdade, para depois mostrar o que a gente tem por dentro e a capacidade intelectual que a gente tem.
Why is the boom boom so big in Brazil?
A genética brasileira, já de criança a gente já é bunduda. Desde criança eu sempre tive bumbum grande, eu acho que é do país, né, da gente. Miscigenação de muitas raças acabou dando um bumbum gigante.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Miss Boom Boom may be a harmless bit of fun, but it's only the start. Brazilian TV's obsession with female flesh has a more uncomfortable side, verging on the sinister.
Eu vou mijar na calça!
I'm in Brazil, one of the fastest growing economies in the world, but where more than 19 million adults are still illiterate. This makes TV all-powerful. So much so that the president's just moved an election so it didn't clash with the finale of a hit soap opera. But the latest television phenomenon here is Miss Boom Boom, and I'm off to the final of this uniquely Brazilian reality show.
So this is the girl who won it last year. She's the first ever Miss Boom Boom. Do you have any pants on?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any knickers on? Do you have any
Lingerie?
lingerie on?
No.
No, nothing.
Nothing, because dresser
Non è possibile.
No.
No. It's a bit disconcerting being a woman here and not dressed in dental floss. She, I have an issue with. No, that's a man, that's an Adam's apple.
Da Bahia? Sim, sou do estado da Bahia.
It seems formally being a man is no obstacle to being a Miss Boom Boom contestant.
Da Bahia, representa da Bahia.
But Brazilian viewers have high standards, and this bum was eliminated before the final.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
How come you're here?
We are from Folha de São Paulo, São Paulo's largest newspaper.
We're very into boobs. We have page 3 in our national newspaper. Why is it the bum that's so big in Brazil?
Boom boom is the Brazilian preference. It's like the Brazilian passion.
Oh, is it?
Yes. All Brazilians love boom boom.
Do you feel like this is objectifying women in some way?
Brazilian women like to be, not exactly objectified, but they like to be worshipped. They like to be admired. This is a curious thing. Brazilian women have the highest self-esteem in the world.
Do they?
They do. If you ask any Brazilian, especially low class, even if they are not beautiful, they will tell you they feel beautiful.
This is the celebratory culmination of the 5-part TV series following the Miss Boom Boom contestants. Tonight, one of these girls will be crowned Miss Boom Boom 2012.
There's a guy doing upskirt shots. You seem to be taking a lot of photographs up the skirt.
Yeah, I love that.
Do you?
This is because we have also a blog on internet, and this is why the people like to see it.
You look very pleased
and,
with that.
Who will not be? Maybe you.
It wouldn't really do much for me.
Yeah.
Are you married?
No. Otherwise I would be not here.
Here's Laura in the bikini. I feel like a proud mother. 3 months of hard work has gone into this. The head throw that's so violent. She delivered. She did not let us down. All the women in this room who are journalists are looking really awkward at this moment. It's really quite strange.
The judges are looking for 3 things: a good arse, a winning performance, and apparently personality.
You see what he's drawn? That's the doodle of the judge of Miss Bum Bum. It's about the right proportion.
And now, the moment of truth. So, Miss Boom Boom 2012 is not Laura. But it's not all bad news.
Laura Kellen.
She basically won Miss Congeniality. So she won the personality of Miss Boom Boom.
Laura's success has the press swarming all over her.
Laura!
And I find myself at the back of the queue.
1 minute. We are now dealing with J-Lo. She's won 1 award. Now we have to wait and wait. Well done you, Miss Congeniality. Bada bing. Thank you. Well done, bada bing. Do you think the best bum won tonight?
Acho que sim.
No.
Yeah.
100% no.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to have a cup of cocoa and go to bed. But you know, I've just seen it. I've seen extreme waxing. Everywhere you turn is a new... You see, I'm just staring. This is not a good place for me because I stare anyway. And now this is just too much.
Miss Boom Boom is one thing, but that's only the beginning of Brazilian TV's questionable fixation with women. The hit comedy sketch show Pânico is a Brazilian institution which has been on the air for the past 8 years. Every week, the show features the Panicats, a troupe of bikini-clad women who compete in spectacularly pointless games. The point of this pointless one is to punch a roller-skating opponent. Here, the panicats are being mice, and this is where the challenges start to get humiliating, not to mention painful.
Vai! Oh, cara dela! Morde! Mão pra baixo! Mão pra baixo! Morde! Tira a mão! Mordeu! Volta!
This is so wrong.
Oh, parece demônio!
But at least somebody's finding it funny. If that isn't bad enough, the losers now face a so-called comedy forfeit.
Tá bonitinha? Ó que lindeza, ó. Ó.
What appears to me to be a degrading show that verges on the sadomasochistic amazingly airs from 9 o'clock on a Sunday night to 10 million viewers. Disturbed by what I've seen, I'm on my way to meet a former panicat.
Wow, you can drive and watch telly at the same time?
Yeah.
Wow. Good luck to us.
I wonder what my taxi driver, Tomas, who's clearly a TV fan, thinks about the show.
Have you ever seen Pânico?
Pânico?
Good.
É bom. Divertido.
Hã?
Divertido, alegre. Para rir. Para rir.
Oh, it makes you really laugh.
Yeah.
With the girls?
Yeah.
And the bikinis?
Bikinis, yeah.
Yeah.
I like bikinis.
23-year-old Ariane Steinkopf was a panicat appearing on the show every week for 6 months.
I feel like you're my maiden aunt I'm taking out for a walk. That's what you need to do, is buy some flat shoes.
Sem sal. No.
Never in Brazil.
No.
I want to know what Ariane had to go through as a panicat.
Já ficamos confinados em uma fazenda, onde teve uma luta somente entre as paniquetes, na lama.
It's an excuse for some pretty graphic camera angles.
Outra brincadeira muito conhecida, muito famosa, foi... o nome da brincadeira se chama afogar o ganso.
Drowning the goose, in case you didn't know, is Brazilian slang for having sex. It turns out that Pânico can do almost anything they want to young women in the name of entertainment. They just can't commit the heinous crime of showing the naked body. This is Ariane, clutching a toy goose as she hurtles naked towards a tiny paddling pool.
At what point does that stop being a game and start to be a sort of masochistic exercise?
Vou ser bem sincera para você. Realmente tem uma parte de humilhação. Mas da mesma forma que tem essa parte de humilhação, tem um status, a fama, que aquilo vai acrescentar na sua vida. Então você acaba esquecendo essa humilhação. Porque você está na TV e o programa dá audiência.
I'm really glad that you're sincere about it being humiliating, because it seemed, when I watched them, it seemed so strange that these young women were happy to put themselves through it. And the fact that you say that the end goal is fame and notoriety, and that happens a lot in Britain too. But then as a woman, was there ever a moment when it was too much for you? Did you ever feel uncomfortable with what they were asking you to do?
Porque tudo tem um limite. Como nós somos muito usadas pelo físico, então nós somos meio que descartáveis. A gente não se enquadra na proposta, a gente não aceita alguma coisa, você é eliminada e vem outra para substituir. Várias coisas eu não aceitaria e umas coisas eu não aceitei, e foi um dos motivos, ou alguns dos motivos que me fizeram eles tomarem a decisão de estar me tirando do programa. Estou até contando em primeira mão aqui, que eu nunca me abri, nunca falei, porque é ruim para mim.
Ariane has ended up on the cover of Playboy, so I suppose in the end she's got what she wants. But I can't help wondering, if Brazilian TV is prepared to treat women like this in the pursuit of viewers, are there any boundaries that it won't cross? I'm heading north to find out about a completely different genre of TV. Brazil's murder rate is 18 times that of the UK, and the prevalence of violent crime has given rise to an unexpected form of entertainment. The programme I'm going to visit is called Namira, and this is its title sequence. With a pulsating soundtrack and high-energy editing, it looks like an action movie, except everything here is real. This twice-daily crime show is watched by an audience of millions. Namira is based in Salvador, a picturesque UNESCO World Heritage Site, but also a city that has one of the highest murder rates in Brazil. 40 people are killed here every week.
It's Annalisa. She's a big deal in crime shows. We're going to get to meet her.
Vou comentar aqui sobre a situação de execução de um homem e de um jovem no bairro de Tanqueiro Neves. Foi tiroteio, foi pânico, foi correria.
Hey, are you Annalisa?
Sim, Annalise.
Annalise, bom dia. Daisy, is it okay for us to come and watch your show, see how you work?
Sim, fale para ela, eu quero que você participe, interagindo, assistindo, né? O nosso programa, as matérias, e dando a sua posição. Relacionando a realidade sua na Inglaterra, em Londres, e com a nossa realidade aqui da justiça, da violência.
Namira's lunchtime show is about to air, but right now, on the same channel, it's cartoons.
You basically go from children's show to crime pretty quickly.
Agora, na nossa TV, a nossa TV agora está em programa infantil. Yes.
So this is a children's program, and afterwards comes your program.
Programa infantil, depois colega meu que é de tudo. Se trata de violência, saúde, entretenimento, de tudo. Explique-se para ela que é o QVP.
What would you consider to be too much on your show?
Xingamento pesado, algum xingamento que não concorde com o horário, que é o horário de almoço, né? Até no programa de crime tem que ter um limite, né?
I love that swearing's not allowed during the murder.
Namira is one of the many Brazilian TV shows that blur the boundary between crime and entertainment. And some have gone much further than others. In October 2008, 22-year-old Lindenberg Alves held his ex-girlfriend hostage at gunpoint. And incredibly, a presenter on an afternoon show decided to negotiate with him live on air.
Mas por enquanto você não fez mal para ninguém, quer dizer, dá tempo de resolver essa situação. Vamos terminar com isso na boa, Lindenberg. Você não é do mal, você nunca foi. Então por que a situação está chegando a esse ponto agora?
Queria acertar as contas com ela, meu. Eu tentei sentar com ela na boa, para conversar com ela, ela sempre virava as costas para mim, não queria me ouvir, então tive que usar a força.
The presenter's efforts failed, and in the end, Lindenberg shot and killed his ex-girlfriend. But the Brazilian media's thirst for the story didn't end there. While Lindenberg was sentenced to 98 years in prison, the victim's mother, Ana Cristina, has become a celebrity. This year, entertainment show Super Pop has sent her on a relaxing break at a spa and given her a makeover.
A transformação não estaria completa se a gente não mudasse o visual, não é mesmo, Ana Cristina? Gostei desse look, achei ele super casual. O tom acabou favorecendo com o teu tom de pele, esse tom claro e vivo.
And no makeover would be complete without a big finale. Ana Cristina's two sons are invited to the studio for an emotional reveal. Namira host Annalise is preparing for her lunchtime broadcast. She comes from a family of lawyers, but she got a degree in journalism and started presenting the show 2 years ago. She's lived in Salvador all her life.
Medo acho que todo mundo tem hoje, né? É que a violência do tamanho que ele se encontra hoje, o crescimento da violência. Mas eu evito, como eu te falei, estar em lugares perigosos. E também, já dentro do programa, já tive denúncias, ameaças contra a minha pessoa, né? Acho que no dia que você esteve aqui no estúdio, eu cheguei a ler. Um dos traficantes conhecido como Babalu, ele já tinha me ameaçado de morte, se a TV sabe.
But why is it important to you to carry on despite getting death threats? Because a lot of people would not do this show because of the danger involved.
Porque a sociedade precisa de um programa como esse para mostrar o que acontece da realidade, a violência, e precisa de dar uma resposta. A sociedade precisa ser ouvida e através desse programa as estatísticas são mostradas, a violência, a gente mostra os bandidos que são procurados. A polícia precisa que mostre também para ajudar a elucidar este caso.
It's 12:15, and whilst we would normally be enjoying Loose Women, in Brazil it's a very different story. My translator Christina and I are about to go live, and I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen.
Christina, are you nervous?
Yes.
I've broken her. She's actually laughed.
Na mira, no ar, 4 de dezembro. Hoje é um dia especial, viu, minha gente? Eu quero, inclusive, a sua colaboração aqui ao vivo comigo, como sempre, através do canal Interativo. Hoje eu tenho aqui, mostrar a galera aqui da TV inglesa. Eu tô com a apresentadora, tem como mostrar aí? A Daisy, que ela é apresentadora de um programa na Inglaterra. Temos ali a tradutora. Faço que faço da face. Salto alto, pisando na cabeça do dragão. Ela aqui rindo, é a minha abertura. Sempre essa.
Annalise purposely didn't let me see the crime footage before the show, so she can get my genuine reactions live on air.
Preste atenção, pay attention the clip. É um jovem de 19 anos, foi executado com diversos tiros na cabeça, no bairro de Jaguaripe 2.
Na rua direta de Jaguaripe 2, apesar do número de pessoas presentes, impera a lei do silêncio.
Don't tell me that's a body under there. Oh my God.
Daisy, shock?
Yeah, horrible. I mean, I think the upsetting thing is also just to see that he's covered in a bit of cardboard.
25 homicídios. Só em Salvador e região metropolitana. Passa isso pra ele, por favor.
Just this weekend, there have been 25 murders just in the city centre in Salvador.
That's extraordinary.
And then things get surreal.
Na AMA vai dar o recado agora do Ibis. Hoje aqui é internacional, hein?
Perca 5 quilos ou mais e fique em forma neste verão tomando Lipomax cápsulas. As cápsulas de Lipomax agem eliminando a gordura e estimulando queima das calorias, ajudando na redução de peso.
So she's selling a slimming product to get thin amidst the murder stories. Do they not think it's...
Tem a garantia de qualidade de Vicom Farma. É com você, Annalise.
Ok, eu quero entrar ao vivo aqui. Um corpo do sexo masculino foi enterrado em um local de difícil acesso, utilizado como ponto de desova. Quem encontrou este homem morto foi uma criança de 9 anos de idade.
Worse. So the person who found the dead body was a kid.
Oh my God. And this is what people watch for their lunchtime entertainment.
Eu percebi, Cristina, que quando apareceu o corpo ali, só o braço, na verdade, a Daisy já teve uma reação de não querer olhar para a tela da televisão.
It's so awful. But I feel I'm slightly playing into the sensationalism of it now. It's sort of like, doesn't it feel awful? Doesn't it feel terrible? So now yes, but probably don't say that.
Having spent an hour on her show, I wanted to ask Annalise something that was concerning me.
Why do people watch it? Why is it entertainment over their lunch?
Não diria entretenimento, não é entretenimento, é informação. Porque vivemos uma guerra civil não declarada. Há um momento de pânico, sensação de insegurança e de impunidade. Então, através do programa Na Mira, eles conseguem se atualizar dos tipos de crimes que estão acontecendo, né?
If you're seeing these sites, 5 days a week on television at lunchtime, it stops being so shocking because you get inured to the images of dead bodies or blood or murder. I mean, do you think by showing it so much, people, you stop making people think about it?
Eu não mostro nada de novo diariamente. Esse meu público que assiste convive com essa violência diariamente. Vê a realidade de assalto, pessoas mortas em via pública. É isso que nós estamos brigando, porque não era para ser. Porque nós não estamos mais aguentando, nós não estamos mais aguentando tamanha violência no nosso estado.
I mean, she's obviously going to say this is not sensationalist. It's her job. She's become very successful off the back of crime. I do think she has a personal mission on some level. I do think she thinks that she's speaking for the unheard. However, it makes for very uncomfortable viewing. Every major channel in Brazil has its own version of Namira. But I wonder if, despite sometimes being born of the best intentions, the constant barrage of real violence on TV is desensitizing the nation to what is clearly a huge problem. I've sampled some of the most extreme television Brazil has to offer, but one cornerstone of the TV world I still want to experience is the family entertainment show. Throughout the week, more than 100 million Brazilians tune into the many variety shows that run back-to-back on every channel, featuring a mix of comedy sketches, troops of dancing girls in glitzy costumes, and important consumer advice.
Só tem no silicone no peito? Porque parece que se tem no bumbum, não pode subir no touro mecânico, pode explodir, será?
Depende, acho que o tempo, né? Que tem já.
Vocês.
The key to these shows' huge success is the excitable live studio audience. It's 6 a.m. on Sunday, and I've been invited to join the audience of the show that I pranked Miss Boom Boom for.
Domingo Legal? Domingo Legal?
The meeting point is a bus stop in one of the poorest neighborhoods of São Paulo.
Obrigada. Thank you. You want some? Huh?
No, obrigada.
To pick up the audience for Domingo Legal, a caravana, or coach to us, winds through the city, collecting eager participants from every street corner. It's the job of the caravanista to ensure she brings back a full coach.
Is this it?
For many, this is a weekly commitment and an unmissable highlight.
Wow. Sunday morning, 6:35. Television audience, Brazilian style.
The caravanista swiftly moves things on to the morning prayer. Every Sunday lunchtime, Domingo Legal goes out to millions of Brazilians. And at its studios, the audience are getting ready to go on live TV.
Where are the men here? Onde é isso?
Hoje é só mulheres.
Hoje só mulheres.
A plateia do Celso Portiolli é só mulher.
Não. Por quê?
Homem bagunça demais, não se comporta.
What?
Dá muito trabalho, eles não se comportam.
Men are a lot of trouble?
Yeah, trouble there.
I agree with you. Stick with the girls.
The rule here is the prettiest girls get the front row seats.
What does that sign say?
O que está escrito lá na placa?
O que está escrito?
Não existe mulher feia, existe mulher que não conhece os produtos Jequiti.
I don't think I found the right makeup. Should I go to the back? Yeah? Or here? Aquí is fine. I can go in the front. Yeah, that's about my row there. You want to look at that row, the people coming in now?
Just as Domingo Legal is about to begin, I'm pulled out of the audience.
Diana.
Oh, con licenza, con licenza. I don't know what's happening. They've said to me I have to come out of the audience.
From out of nowhere, the producers have suddenly decided that since we are filming them, they want to film me. I'm about to go live on one of Brazil's biggest variety shows.
How many minutes have I got?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I'll be back.
Spur of the moment is how these shows work, and I am going to go with the flow.
Oh God, I can't get the tag off. I'm gonna have to go on like this. Oh good God Almighty, I'm gonna have sparkle. Now?
Opening the show is Bello, a reformed drug dealer who's now one of the biggest heartthrobs in the country. Essential to his act are some rather jazzy dancing girls. And suddenly, I'm one of them. This is every Brazilian woman's dream. I might as well enjoy it. But the star attraction of today's show and its headline act is lurking in the shadows. Father Marcelo Rossi, the singing padre. He's a Catholic priest and national hero who was the biggest selling artist in Brazil last year.
He did not look at their bums. I checked. Padre.
Oh. God bless.
Obrigada. So I just went to try and talk to the padre, but it didn't seem right, so he just blessed me, which is good. Sunday blessing. In what world can you go on a TV show and get blessed by the priest?
To dance with this massive pop star priest who fills stadiums the size of Wembley with adoring worshippers seems like the ultimate achievement. Even though I haven't been expressly invited to dance with him, I feel this is my moment. It amazes me that a frothy Sunday morning variety show can switch seamlessly from dancing girls to a singing priest with the ability to move the audience to tears.
Hi, it's Patricia.
Before I leave, I'm hoping that TV presenter Patricia Santos, whose family own the channel that airs Domingo Legal, can help me understand Brazilian viewers.
Who's watching television now?
And everybody watches, but it's mostly the middle class, the middle class and the lower classes. Our focus is on the mass. They are not super educated, unfortunately, because we are a third-class country, a third world country. And when you're not so educated, you understand the pleasures, the senses, you know?
Yeah.
And we want to be fun, entertaining.
And if that's what people want, you have to deliver that.
But we see in Brazil people changing. We are seeing the mass being more informed because internet is now available for a lot of people in Brazil. They have access to the cable TV right now. So we are seeing a transition. Our audience, they are maturing. So we have to mature too. What you see is not what you will see in 2-3 years from now.
How would you do that?
Okay, I tell you, you're not. We're going to be more effective.
After the show, I'm invited home by some girls from the audience. I want to know what shows like Domingo Legal mean to them.
É histórias, né? A gente escuta, convive, então é uma história, daí a gente acaba tendo sentimento, cria um vínculo. E programas, eles ajudam muito nisso, né? A realizar sonhos, porque não é toda vez que você pode ver um artista.
This is Sunday lunch Brazilian style.
As Brazil prepares to explode onto the world stage, immersing myself in the nation's TV has been a sometimes joyous but sometimes brutal ambush on my senses. Sex and death seem to be closer at hand here than back home. They're much more visible, and perhaps that's why wherever I go in this country, there's a pervading sense of seize the moment.
I've wandered in, and Brazil has welcomed me with open arms. I've loved it, but my God, this is not for the faint-hearted, this country.
Next week, I'm in India, where TV delights in the extraordinary. From intense pain to intense pleasure. And I'll be experiencing both on one of India's biggest talent shows. I am so
Daisy tunes into the world again next Monday at 10. Our compelling new drama, The Returned, just gets spookier. See the mesmerising second episode again next over on 4/7. But here on Channel 4 in just a moment, it's a random act.